Would have thought that I would have been chosen for him to sign my papers for clemency.
Tynice Hall enjoying being free after spending 14 years in prison, spending time with her family and discovering all the new places around town. Good evening, I'm Lauren Motter. Brian has the night off. Hall says she had no idea what was in store when she was called to speak with prison officials. Our Kelsey Pittman sat down with her earlier today, and Kelsey, she says this was the greatest day of her life.
Lauren, yeah, Hall was let out of prison 5 years before her sentence was up. She says when she first got the call, she thought she was in trouble.
I just was lost, just running and screaming and running and screaming and running and screaming.
Excitement overflowing after Tynice Hall found out she was granted clemency by President Trump this week.
I was at work and they called me from work to the unit manager's office. So when I get there, she made me basically think I was in trouble. So I kind of had an attitude with her. And then she finally told me that it was the best day of my life and that I had to be off the compound by 4. So it was almost 3 o'clock.
With just an hour to gather her things and thoughts, she knew just who to call.
So I ran and I called my mom. She was screaming because the White House was talking to her on the phone at the same time. And I told her about it. So we were trying to find someone to come pick me up because I had to be out by 4.
Hall spent 14 years behind prison walls, convicted of allowing her apartment to be used to distribute drugs back in 2006.
I was laying in my bed, asleep, and I heard somebody knock on the door. I didn't think that somebody was knocking on my door. And then next thing you know, my door busted open and I was surrounded by guns. I was taken out the house, put in the backseat of the police car and taken down to the police station.
During her time in prison, she worked hard to better her life.
I took college courses. I took several apprenticeships. I worked at a Unicorn there. I had a pretty decent job.
The crime stays on her record, but she's putting that in the past now, introduced to a whole new world on the outside.
I couldn't believe it. Like, I'm in a car. I'm on the passenger side driving and riding. I couldn't believe it.
Getting used to things like smartphones.
Telephone, I cannot get this phone for nothing in the world.
Now that she is free, she says she has to catch up on the time.
Me and my baby was driving yesterday and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, well, what's this? Oh, I've never seen this. There's a cheesecake factory in Lubbock.
Spending the first day back in the Hub City shopping with her family, thinking back to the day President Trump released her from prison.
I appreciate him. I'm thankful. I can only tell him I thank him so many times where it just becomes redundant. I wanted the original one. Like, I wanted the gold seal. I wanted the original one so it can be real.
Hall says she does not know what is her next step. She's just trying to enjoy every moment.